Welcome to the Wally Show precast, where we get to some of the stuff that we did not get to during the course of the show. And one of those things is we have a show lunch today. But
not really.
I know
show lunches are fun.
I know it started off as a show lunch. I thought normally like our show will just go out, but sometimes like our boss will take the show to lunch and we'll talk about things that we got to do and this, that, and the other. Have a meeting in essence, and those are great. But like all of a sudden we thought that's what was happening today, and now it's like a whole staff thing.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened. I really thought it would just be the four of us plus our boss, and then all of a sudden the invite went out and it's like everybody come. And
I sound disappointed.
I am. I just wanted.
I'm not.
Well,
Betty's like, there's still food, guys.
Yeah. Betty's not disappointed because she got her way. Like she called the time.
Okay, wait a minute. When you say
Yes.
she got her way,
Yes.
that is far from the truth.
How is that?
Because our boss came in and he said, "Hey, let's do this. Where do y'all want to go?" Crickets. So I said, "Hey, what about Famous Dave's? I love Famous Dave's."
And we all said, "Ooh, we don't like that."
No,
yes, we did.
Did you say, "Ew, I don't like that"?
I know
Did you
I
back
did.
up?
I'm like,
No.
I'm not a big fan of
Zach,
Famous
did
Dave's.
you say, "Ew, I don't like that"?
Yep.
I said that's okay, barbecue.
Yeah, but you didn't like Famous Dave's.
So you're putting your words in their mouths, Wally.
Okay, real quick, show of hands. Who wants to go to Famous Dave's today?
I do.
What? You
Yes,
changed. You
it's-
said Jim and Nick's.
I said that's better barbecue, but more expensive. But I'm totally cool with Famous Dave's.
You didn't seem
That's
like that
still,
the other day.
expensive in my book.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it is expensive. Yeah, that's why I don't go that much. And then he said, "Well, what time works for y'all?" Once again, crickets. I said 11 o'clock. So how does that make me get my way if I'm the only one that spoke up?
Are such an
It's
only
'cause
child.
we all
You
started
didn't
talking,
speak
and
up.
you put your hand over all
Yes.
our mouths, all three of our mouths, foot on Becca's mouth, which
Yeah,
is kind of
exactly.
nasty. But
That is a lie.
That was gross. No, that's exactly how it happened. That part I remember 100%. Crystal clear. So, yeah, I guess it's a station meeting thing.
I guess.
Usually that's to announce big things, though, that like something bad has happened. And so it's kind of like when your parents are going to move, they always take you to
Is
a
our
place.
boss quitting?
No, I said something
is
bad.
our boss quitting?
No, I don't think it would be that yet. I don't know if there's something like we got to worry about or
well,
not.
we're all about to leave for Ghana, so I'm assuming it's that.
Yeah, that's where you always think like the best stuff. I always think the worst. And so I'm trying to think there's like some big change that's happening that we don't know about. And now I'm worried about it.
No.
Yeah.
Here's what I would love to see, though. If you're happening to catch this right as soon as we post it and you live in the Nashville, Franklin area,
Right.
we'll be at the Franklin Famous Dave's at 11. If you find us and come say, boy, is this I love the Wally Show.
Yes.
It is the best show of all time.
Yes.
Say that to our boss and that will make us happy.
That'd be awesome. We might even buy you an appetizer.
Yes.
And then turn to Carlos and Joy and go, "I'm sorry, who are you?"
Who are you guys? That would be fantastic. I will tell you this. I was at P.F. Chang's. Our new boss, he's new. He's been here a year now. But like when he first came here, he wanted to meet with me so we could talk about the show. So we go to P.F. Chang's, and we're sitting there, and I was in my head thinking, because it happens, I get recognized
You're
a
thinking
lot.
there's got to be bad news coming.
No. I was thinking, I get recognized a lot, and I was thinking it would be funny if somebody had recognized me to the new boss. And that's exactly what happened. The waiter's like, "Hey, I hate to intrude, but aren't you Wally?" I'm like, "Well, yes, I am, good sir. And how are you today, Scott?"
You pulled out an 8x10 and started signing it.
I mean, like, it could not have been better timed. And the new boss is just looking at me like, "Wow, like, okay, you got some game."
We should bring a T-shirt to give the first person who comes up to us.
That's a great idea. That is a great idea. So we will be at
I
Famous
have one
Dave's.
more thing to add.
What?
When you're there and you're complimenting us, also ask for Justin. And when you do, say, "Brant, I love your show."
Okay, yes. If you show up, Justin will have a beard. He probably will have a hat on.
Yeah, this is a long list, but
Yes.
it's worth it for the free shirt.
100%. 100%. We'll bring a couple with us because for you to make us look good in front of everybody is so funny. But then Justin is so jealous of Brant. Like, Justin picked up where I left off on my Brant jealousy thing back in the day. Like, I used to have a thing with that, and I'm finally better with that for the most part, over it, kind of. But Justin is like next level with this. That is a great idea, Rock. A wonderful addition to that. So we will be armed with T-shirts at the Famous Dave's today. We get there at 11 Central in case you're flying. Because you really want a T-shirt.
How's a free T-shirt involved?
How soon do you think I'll get this podcast up?
You're going to have to get this up quickly because I don't want someone to have to pay a lot of money for an airfare. and it's the one over by Chili's on Baker's Bridge, is it?
Sure.
I think,
yeah, the only one in Cool Springs.
Okay, the only one in Cool Springs. So there you go. I would love to see somebody show up. That would be the best.
This is where my fear of rejection comes in, and I'm just already bummed about later when no one comes
have
for their
faith.
shirt.
Have faith. It's okay.
I have no
we will
faith.
look stupid if we're like we walk in with a box of Wally Show shirts and no one shows up. Then the whole thing backfires on us. Here's one of the things we didn't get to today. We're kind of talking about work stuff because that's one of the things we all have in common. We all have to go to work, and some people unfortunately don't like their jobs. Like I consider myself extremely blessed to get in the opportunity to do what I do for a living and to do it with you guys. Like I really enjoy working with you, and I enjoy the show because you guys are great at what you do. But according to this survey, 80% of people say they like to work alone. Like I get on some projects where I really need to focus, or if it's something creative that I have to just come up with something like that, I do like alone time, and that's where I usually hit the shower because I think in the shower. So I don't think that would be the best place for us to have meetings. And so, yes, and so that's a time when it's good for me to work alone. But I other than that, I like working collaboratively.
Well, we are the exception to the rule, though, because we are a creative industry.
Right.
And so it wouldn't make sense for us to work alone all the time. Like, I think we rely on interaction with each other to kind of help fuel this thing. Whereas other people, like if you're an accountant, like,
Right.
why would you want to work with somebody else?
Right.
Go to your office, do your spreadsheets, you're good to go.
Yeah, I think what this doesn't take into account is like the team that you're with. Because I like working with you. When we have to come up with something, I don't care who has the best idea. I just want it to be great. But there are certain meetings that we get asked to be a part of that they're asking this person, this person, this person, this person. And you're like, I'd rather just it be us. I'd rather it just be our team working on this versus having too much input and then some stuff that's really distracting. And so in those instances, for me, I consider working alone as working with the team, my team. Like that is how I prefer to work for sure. The other part of this survey was it said, and I'm curious if anyone feels this, 67% of us feel like we could be fired at any moment.
Oh, yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Right there.
Betty, do you feel that way or do you even care?
That has never crossed my mind.
Really? Because you've been on the bubble a couple times. I've saved you a couple times that you didn't even know about. And
Really?
Yeah. And so
Really?
yeah.
Honest, truthful.
Uh-oh.
That's what I thought.
No, honest, truthful. Not a couple times, just once. And so, but you're welcome. So. No, but but you don't feel that way now, right?
No.
Okay, good.
She does now.
Yeah, and Zach, you've never felt that way, right?
No.
Yeah.
How many times have you been close on the bubble?
Oh, a bunch. Like I lived my whole career thinking every time I went on vacation I was going to come back and get fired. I was like Becca. Like I always was nervous to take time off. I always thought the other shoe was going to drop and always thought I was going to get fired. I really did feel, and I didn't stop feeling that till probably just a couple years ago. Like even since I've been here, I kind of felt my first 3 years here, I felt every week I was getting fired. Every week,
Then there was some truth to that.
Yeah, but that's
that
true.
wasn't
Yeah,
completely unfounded.
It was on the table a couple times. I found out 8 months after I'd been here that they were having conversations about firing me, and I'd only been here 8 months, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we were going to fire you." I'm like, "What?" And so that doesn't help with your confidence for sure. But I think I'm over that now because the thing about like worrying about being fired is you have to have confidence in your ability. Like, because if you have confidence in your ability, they can't, and you don't worry about getting fired, no one has control over you. No one has power over you. That's the power that a company has over you, is if you fear for your job, then they own you. But if you don't fear for your job, like for me, my work is my security because I'll go get another job somewhere else. And so, being confident in that fact will enable you, I think, to be better at your job because you won't be a yes man. You won't be cowering because a lot of times, the yes man is the worst thing you can have in a company. Sometimes people think the person that's disagreeing a lot is the problem, but that person that's having a dissenting view is what can help make a product better, depending on how they do it, and can make, everything, work better. You can, change processes.
Yeah,
too.
and I've always felt like if I'm not the right fit in the place, like if they don't think I'm the right fit, or I'm not able to be true to what I know and believe, then I don't want to be there anyway.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like I've never wanted to be somewhere I wasn't wanted. Like, you know, the people that sue to keep their job, you know, like I could never be that person.
Right. Which I can say that's an easy sense to take when you haven't been unemployed for long stretches of time. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't faced that, so that would maybe change my value of a job.
It might to some degree, but I've been out of work for over a year before. Like, because it's tough. It's a small business that we work in, and I got fired years ago, and it was tough to get in. I had a job lined up in LA right after I got fired, and I turned the job down because it didn't feel right, and I thought I'd have 20 more offers right after that. Look, I just could have gotten hired in LA, and then it dried up, and it was like a wasteland.
Someone told me just the other day that the rule of thumb is it takes a month to get hired for a new job for every $10,000 you want to make. So
Really?
if you want to make $50,000, it'll take you 5 months to find that job.
That is an interesting thing.
I have no idea if it's true. It sounds
Holy
like
cow.
feasible.
Rock, you could get hired in a month somewhere. Like, how amazing is that? Like, it'd be awesome, right?
There's a lot of math going on right now, but I think that you're being mean.
He's being mean.
So
He's saying you only make 10,000 a year.
Yeah, I will tell you this, that there is something about being, and I'm not going to look at either of you, or like when I say this, there is something about...
his head is pointed your way, Becca.
I know, I'm not looking at either of you. I got my head down, my head over my
now
eyes.
it's at me.
No, I'm telling you that there is, if you want security, don't be the highest paid person in the room.
Oh, we know you're the highest paid person.
Well, I know that, but I mean, it's like duh. But like,
Names on the wall.
yeah, seriously. No, but don't like that's job security sometimes, because they very rarely let go of the first person that's making the least amount of money, because that person is usually doing the most work.
That's me.
Yes, exactly. Yay, Betty! So that person usually survives a lot longer, and especially will make transitions, because sometimes like they'll blow out a show, but they'll keep a producer because somebody still has to keep things going until they make that transition into another show as far as radio goes. And so the hosts get killed because they're making too much money, and then the producers actually will survive that and then work for years and years, while the host has really great years and then nothing, and great years and then nothing.
This is going to be an awkward podcast when we come back next week and we found out at this dinner thing today that
Yes.
things aren't good.
Only the producers remain.
Yeah, exactly.
Like cockroaches.
Yeah, I could get fired today, and that'd be okay with me. I need
Brant
some
might be
vacation
taking
time.
over.
Don't say that. That is, I will have a stipulation in my contract, in my next contract, that you can fire me at any time. You just cannot replace me with Brant. I'm not over it yet. Okay.
That's terrible, Wally. He's a great man.
Replace me with Justin, okay? At least I don't care.
Who's Justin?
Yeah, that's right.
Brant, but Justin.
Remember, show up today to Famous Days. This could be a lot of fun.
He'll likely be wearing a hat, and
Yep.
he's got a red beard.
Yeah, you've got your
That's
marching
Justin.
orders, so it'll be a lot of fun. All right, that's going to do it for the podcast today, at least the precast portion of this. On with the podcast. This is the Wally Show, and today Zach came in and just plopped down in a chair and looked like death. Like all of a sudden out of nowhere. You doing okay, my man?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, he doesn't look like his typical Zachy self.
Betty just scooted over closer to me.
Yeah, I don't want to get sick.
Yeah, none of us do, because we all got to go to Africa, and being sick in a foreign country is the worst. You've done that before. I've done that. It's not fun.
Yeah. I don't think I'm sick. I think I'm.
You don't?
No, I only got like 4.5 hours of sleep.
Oh, really?
I think that's probably it.
Well, in any event, whether you're sick or you're just really tired, it's a great thing for all of us today, because we can say whatever we want, and we're probably not going to get fact checked. Like, did you know that blue whales live to be 795 years old on average?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, look at it, that's true. He's like, I don't even care today. Did you know that the moon actually has a nugget, like a caramel nougat center?
And the Earth revolves around the moon.
Yes, exactly. See?
That's cool.
Yeah, isn't this the best?
Yeah, the
It's
world
like
is
so
a
much.
great place.
Oh, this is going to be the most ignorant show we've ever done, but like there'll be zero fact checking happening today. So have fun with that. I hope you feel a little bit better.
Thank you.
I gave him some. I tried this Alka-Seltzer cold mucusy thing, like severe cold. It actually worked because I was really sick. Now my wife's sick, and I, for the first time in a long time, taking something like over the counter. That stuff actually worked for me. So if you're fighting something like the flu, like I went to the doctor finally, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to give you anything. You're fine. Just keep doing what you're doing."
I have have this theory on over-the-counter medications, and this is not based in science whatsoever.
Doesn't matter. Zach's sick.
Perfect.
Say whatever you want.
This is purely Becca opinion. I think that your body gets used to certain things. So if you take Dayquil for years and years and years, eventually you get sick. You take Dayquil and you're like, it doesn't do anything. So sometimes I think trying new things actually helps shock your body into submission.
I would actually agree with you on that because I know for years I would take like Benadryl or whatever, and then like Benadryl like seems to not work at all for me. But then when I change it up, like, oh, this is like a miracle drug. But maybe I'm curious if you can go back, like if your body can go back to something you tried before.
Probably.
Yeah.
As long as you keep tricking it.
I know. You just got to keep like bouncing back and forth.
Keep it on
between
its
different
toes.
things. Yes, exactly. Keep your body tricked into submission. Well, there you go. I hope
I'm
you feel
sick,
better.
but this still hurts.
This is the Wally Show, and I got a quick question for everyone here on the show. When you're going to bed at night, most of us probably start off laying on our back, but then you roll to a side or something. Which side do you typically sleep on? Zach?
Stomach.
Oh, really? Okay. So you don't sleep on your side at all?
Not really.
You avoid it. You go like flat. You like a pancake.
No.
You go from your back to your front.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes, I do either side sometimes, but yeah.
Okay. What about you, Betty Rock?
I guess, I'm mainly back, but
Right.
I guess to the left.
Left. Okay. That makes sense.
Oh.
Mine is left also, which doesn't seem to make sense. But Becca?
Mine is to the right.
No, it is not.
Yeah, is that
no,
bad?
It's
Is
not.
that good?
It's terrifying.
Oh, really? Because if I roll to my left,
Yeah.
then like my husband and I are facing each other, and
you're
then his
taking each
breath
other's
smells.
oxygen.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
to the right.
Becca, to the right, to the right, to the right. I'm really, really surprised by that.
Does it mean something about
Yeah,
us?
I thought if anything, you would be to your left and like strong to your left because of what I found.
No.
Yeah, there's some research out that shows kind of what you dream about depending on which side you sleep on. It said that people who sleep on their right side most likely have dreams where they feel relief or safety, and they have a better quality of sleep overall. That is so not you.
Wow,
Because
no.
you're scared of everything.
And I have such bizarre dreams.
Yes, you do.
Like
Yours are
last night,
weird.
I had to make the choice of starring in the new Tina Fey movie or
course.
fighting a fire.
Really?
Yes.
Which did you pick? I'm just curious.
The fire. Don't worry.
You did?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I would have taken the Tina Fey movie for sure. She'd be like a buddy cop girl movie. It could have been fun. People who sleep on their left sides are most likely to have nightmares, apparently, is what it says. Betty Rock?
I don't even know if I've ever had a nightmare.
Are you kidding? Really?
No.
Oh,
Honestly, I
my
don't think I
goodness.
have.
Okay, we have to get a key to her house somehow.
No.
we have to help you have your first nightmare. Really? You don't have nightmares?
I don't think so.
Wow. Yeah. 'cause-
Don't you wake up like scared to death or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's never happened to me.
That's weird because like I sleep on my left first, but then I end up going to my stomach and then to my right. But I would say I'd spend more time on my left. But I don't really have nightmares at all. Like I usually have pretty good dreams and I sleep really well.
I'll have at least one nightmare a month.
Really?
Yeah, it's still pretty regular. I was hoping it'd be something I'd grow out of because, as a kid, you have the...
Yeah.
No, I haven't yet.
Still. To this day.
Yeah.
You have completely thrown this research off. We have to get you into this study so that they can reevaluate because you were the one I figured was like, oh yeah, I just sleep on my left all the time. I do everything on my left because I just figured you were always scared of stuff.
I would
That's
be
crazy.
interested sometime to do a sleep study. I've always been curious about those to see what they could tell you.
I've always thought I could never sleep in a sleep study. Like, because it's like they make like a fake room and it's supposed to look like it's at home or whatever. And then you've got a cap with all those things on you and all. I don't see how you get a natural, normal night's sleep with all of that. Like how they can really monitor.
My friend, her daughter had one done, and actually, because sometimes people pull the things off their head or their face, they have to come back in there and put them back on you
While you're sleeping?
Yeah, but it was actually at a hotel. Like they come
for
in,
real?
Yeah, like you don't go to a room.
I thought it was
that
like
they
a
have.
fake room that they have set up. That was an actual hotel?
Right, yeah.
Are you sure she was in a sleep study and they weren't harvesting organs?
Stop. Why would they do that?
Well, make money, I guess. All right, well, there you go. A little insight into your life. See which side you sleep on and see if you have a dream tonight that corresponds with that.
They say it's smart not to talk about religion or politics.
He's the logic vacuum.
Well, we've never been that smart. It's the Wally Show News.
And And Becca is back today, so she will have your news for you. You get a reprieve from me mispronouncing things, so that's nice.
Did that happen?
I probably did. What you got?
Obviously, those running for president come under a lot of scrutiny, and the theme lately has been to question candidates' eligibility to run based on where they were born. This is a big thing with Obama.
And Trump really went after Obama back in the day, too. Like, he was like, I demand to see the birth certificate, and we have proof that he is not a U.S. citizen, and then that never happened.
Right. And Trump's at it again. He is now questioning Ted Cruz's eligibility.
Is that really the smartest tactic? It didn't work with Obama, which seemed like a slam dunk to conspiracy theorists. And now Ted Cruz. Why is he going after Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz was actually born in Canada. But the thing is, he was born to an American citizen. His mother's an American citizen. So that still counts as a natural born citizen.
John McCain, who ran for president, also was not born in the U.S. He was born in Panama.
Funny story, though. He is actually tagging along with Trump and coming after Cruz as well. Yeah, he says that it's totally different.
No, he is not. How is it totally different?
He says since he was born on a U.S. military base, that somehow that's better than just being in Canada.
I don't think it matters, does it? Like, if
I mean, the Constitution is not real clear on, like, it just says a natural born citizen, and so what a natural born citizen is up for interpretation.
Oh, I didn't know that. Just beat him on your fiscal policy. Yeah. That's like such a weak argument to go after. That's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm not saying I agree with it.
Yeah.
For the record.
Winter so far has been unseasonably warm for a lot of the United States, and now it's having an impact on the fashion industry.
I knew this would happen. I knew this day would come. Uggs are probably going under.
That's not exactly what this is about, but clothing retail sales are down nearly $600 million.
What?
Partially due to people not buying outerwear, so things like boots, coats, hats,
Uggs.
Scarves, all the Uggs. Yes,
there you go. See, it is connected.
True. Very okay.
Always connected to the Uggs.
Macy's, who had a bad 2015 and is getting ready to close 40 of its stores, blames its decline in the past couple of months on the warm weather as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Who would have ever thought that climate change would be affecting fashion? That's crazy.
I know. You were all like, whatever, until it comes after your clothing industry.
And now I'm really upset.
Now it's war.
We got to do something about this.
And finally, that feeling in your chest when you see a police car's blue lights behind you is one of the worst. I'm pretty familiar with it. A man in Indiana recently experienced that when he was pulled over for speeding and was visibly upset when the cop came to the window. And the officer seemed like there was something else going on, so he talked to the man and found out that the man's daughter had breast cancer and was likely not going to make it.
Oh, that's not good.
So the officer decided he wouldn't give the man a ticket and really felt that he needed to pray for the man. So he thought, okay, well, I'll go back to my church. I'll make sure that they can pray for him and everything. So he went back to the car, explained, I'm not going to give you a ticket or a warning, but is there anything else I can do? And the man said, do you know how to pray?
Wow.
And will you pray with me?
Really?
And so the cop and the man prayed together about the situation.
Cool. I know you see all the videos of the few cops that make mistakes and are rogue or whatever you want to call it, but there's so many good cops out there. And I love the fact that we have men of faith and women of faith that are doing a really tough job, but are able to intervene on such a different level with people from a faith-based perspective, on a daily basis. And that's a great thing that these officers can bring into their tough job. So there you go. That's cool. That is your news for this hour. Thank you, Miss Berger. We are gonna read some email. Even though I don't read well, I think I might be dyslexic. So please don't make fun of the way I read. Wally at allwally.com is how you can email me with whatever is on your mind. Like Misty did. She says, hey, I was listening to the show, and you played a song I really needed to hear at that time. God really spoke to me through that song, but I don't know the name of it. It's a song about breathing in God and, falling at his feet during those stressful times, and the artist was a female. Would you happen to know the name of that song? And I just racked my brain over this because she said the artist is a female, and I couldn't come up with it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just at a loss here. I'm perplexed. And I emailed her back, and I go, well, you know what? The only thing I can come up with is Breathe by Johnny Diaz. and I think that might be it. You know, I said it's probably not it because it's not a girl, but it's a great song. And so she emails me back, oh my gosh, thank you for responding. It was Johnny Diaz. And I'm like, well, I'm just not going to tell him you said he sounds like a girl when he sings. But it was Johnny Diaz. How that sounded like a girl, maybe just because of the topic of the song, it sounded like something a girl would sing, maybe.
I could see maybe Colton sounding like a girl.
Oh, that's not
if we're
kind.
But Johnny Diaz, she said it first. I'm just saying.
She's like, but Johnny Diaz is, oh man, Colton's just a boy, like in the Vienna Choir, boy. No, what's wrong with you? I love Colton. Here we go. Hey, Wally. I'm a potty, and I believe I am smarter than Zach. First of all, that's a fact, Zach. You said that it was Zach said it was weird that Leonardo da Vinci was born in Vinci. Yeah, like that was one of the questions that we had for Zach, and he missed it during That's a Fact, Zach. That Leonardo da Vinci's last name coincides with where he lived, and this guy here is saying, or Asa is saying, that it's not uncommon back then for people to be of a town like Leonardo da Vinci of Vinci was how they would refer to them. So,
well, good for him. He's a genius.
Asia's very smart. Also, it goes on to say that I would like to give you the order from smartest to dumbest on the show.
Oh no.
Oh no. Wally came in at number 1. You're the smartest. Zach number 2, and we just won't talk about 3 and 4. We'll just let the girls stew on that.
Well,
for
obviously it's a flawed list if you're number 1.
Yeah, well, of course it is.
Who cares who's 3 and 4?
Yeah. Well,
we have done IQ tests on the test.
no, we haven't. We haven't. Hey, if you ever want to email me with whatever.
With the lowest IQ.
I'm pretty sure Wally did.
Yeah, and whose
right.
was higher than his?
Don't remember
Mine. Everyone else's.
But according to Asia's list, Betty came in at number 4, so don't gloat. All right. If you ever want to email me, Wally at allwally.com. This is the Wally Show, and man, we have been trying like crazy to get a hold of our 1K Christmas Save winner since before Christmas. There are a lot of stuff going on, and we were unable to get a hold of them. This is our contest where we had people nominate other people to win $1,000 to help them out. And Kim had nominated Danny. And it was cool because we finally got a hold of them both yesterday. And we let Kim give Danny the great news.
Well, Danny, in the month of December, my Christian radio station hosted a contest and asked if anyone wanted to share a story about anyone that was down and out and that could really use some help. So I shared your story a little bit, and guess what? Mm-hmm. You're the grand prize winner of $1,000.
Are you serious?
Yes, you're the grand prize winner of $1,000, Danny.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you, Kim, so much.
you.
That means a lot to me.
I know.
Now I can get the
Danny.
girls their car seats.
I know. and that's what I said, that you needed car seats for the girls and, clothes and just gas money and, just to help you out a little bit. And I'm just so excited for you.
Oh, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Not many people do nice things for me.
You really deserve it, and God is really looking out for you.
Oh, thank you so much. This is truly a blessing.
Yeah, I love that, too, where she's like, my Christian radio station does this. And so this other girl doesn't even listen, probably, but now she can start listening to this and also get that encouragement that she needs every day as well. And it's so cool to hear how excited Kim was about just being able to be a blessing to Danny.
I'm shaking. I've never, ever won anything, and it's not even for me, It's just to be able for God to go through me to be a blessing to someone else. It's wonderful.
And that would have been cool if it had stopped right there, but I love that she did this when there's nothing in it for her, or at least so she thought. She didn't know that we were going to give her $500 as well.
The double blessing. Thank you so much. Wow. Jesus really does help. Thank you so much. I've never expected that. Never. I'm just so grateful, to help this poor child out and her children. So, so thank you also for helping me. I never expected that. That is truly an unexpected blessing. Thank you.
There you go. That's one of those great moments. That's one of the things we get to do here, like on a weekly basis, which is so cool, is to intervene in people's lives and just kind of see God move and do some pretty amazing things and bless people, and then bless people that are trying to bless people. So thank you to everybody that had entered during Christmas for that contest, and it was so cool to see that it went to somebody that could really use it. This is the Wally Show, and we love ourselves some Betty Rock, and she has a couple loves in her life, cats and karaoke, and so we thought we would combine those two into something we call Kitty-okie. And so what we do is we have Betty Rock meow the words to a song while I accompany her on the ukulele. Now, I am going to take a diminished role in this today. I'm not going to try to overplay. There won't be a ukulele solo, anything like that, because I think this is such a beautiful song that the voice has to soar, and I think this is your moment, Betty Rock.
Thank you.
Your moment to shine.
I don't know if I want to shine this way.
No, it's going to be amazing. I don't want to put any pressure on you. We've rehearsed, and I think that this could possibly be the best karaoke that we've ever done.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have high hopes now.
I know. You're setting the bar too high.
No,
Just
her
stop
performance
talking.
was amazing.
Just stop talking.
And then you factor on how cute she looks today. She has a braid like Katniss, and so this could be the best one we've ever done, Rock. I'm hoping that I don't mess you up. Is really where I'm at now.
I'm nervous now.
All right, so you ready?
You've set the bar so high.
I know,
that
okay.
it's impossible for me to get under it.
Do you remember where we're going to start? How we're going to start?
Yes.
Okay, so you're down. Okay.
Yes, but I would like a nod.
Okay. Oh well. Okay. I will nod on my last chord to you. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna start off. I gotta see my chords there. All right. We're gonna start off here. Kitty-okie. Can you name this tune?
Meow 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 meow.
Wow! You nailed that! Oh my goodness! That sounded just like the lady that sings it. Look, there's even a hint. It's a lady that sings it. Unbelievable! I am amazed. I don't even want to have to try and do this again because I might even just smash the ukulele because it's not going to get any better than that.
What did you think?
It was good. I know what it is now.
Wow, you got it? Okay.
I got it. So
it's a big song, and Betty sang it big, even meowing it. So nicely done. Here we go. Now it's up to you. 877-91-WALLY is the number. Can you name that karaoke tune? 877-91-WALLY. This is the Wally Show, and we're doing a little karaoke where Betty Rock, because of the two loves of her life, cats and karaoke, will meow different versions of songs, and I accompany her on the ukulele, and you have to guess what it is. Tiffany, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Fantastic. Now, Tiffany, we've played it once. We're going to give you one more run through because it was so fantastic the first time, and I want to make sure you get this. And I'm just trying to keep up with Betty here on this one and just stay in the pocket, as it were, because her vocals on this were soaring. Okay, so we'll do it exactly the same way as the first time, Betty Rock.
Okay.
You ready?
Meow 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 meow.
Man alive, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing that she nailed that and sounded just like the original artist. Tiffany, this should be a slam dunk. Do you know who that was?
Yes, it's Hello by Adele.
Hello by Adele is it! Nicely done! Like when you hear our version, which you just heard, and then you hear this. Sing with her in meows, Betty.
Meow 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 meow.
Yeah, see, isn't that amazing?
You've changed the way I hear that song now.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna be hearing meow 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 meow.
Question, changed it for the better or?
You absolutely killed that, Lady Rock. Nicely done. And congratulations, Tiffany. You are the big winner today. I think we're all the winners that got to hear that.
That's true. We are.
The Wally Show News is simply perspicacious.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to Google it.
It's the Wally Show News.
And Becca's going to get you caught up with what's going on right now.
President Obama spoke at a town hall meeting yesterday about his executive actions on gun control, and he was trying to assure everyone that he's not coming after their guns, and even told a story about Michelle's thoughts on guns while they were campaigning in Iowa a few years back.
At one point, Michelle turned to me and she said, if I was living in a farmhouse where somebody can just turn off the highway and come up to the farm, I'd want to have a shotgun or a rifle to make sure that I was protected, my family was protected. And she was absolutely right.
Oh, there you go. I do think that a lot of times the heart and on these gun bills, everyone gets really protective of this issue for some reason. And I think that the heart of this is to try to protect people. So the intention is good. It's just how we get there seems to be different.
Yeah, I think the heart of both sides is good.
Right.
It's just if we could work together to maybe make it and not fight about it constantly. Sometimes it's hard to take sick days when you need them for whatever reason. Well, one man in Texas showed up sick to his job as a car salesman, but was told by his boss to take the day and go to a doctor.
Oh, that's nice.
Which a lot of times you brush off and stuff. You're like, oh, whatever, I'll just go home.
Yeah, I'll
sleep.
power through it.
Exactly.
I can get it done.
But the man took his boss's advice, and it's a good thing because it ended up saving his life.
What?
Apparently, it wasn't just a little cold. It was a blood infection, and he ended up needing open heart surgery to repair a torn aorta.
Well, that's no joke.
No, not at all. So thankfully, his boss being lenient and being like, no, you need to take the day when you're sick, ended up saving his life.
To which then he's like, oh, yeah, and by the way, you're going to get a massive bill on your insurance there, boss. I apologize for that. He's like, oh, you're not insured. So...
The Powerball lottery has now become the biggest jackpot in U.S. history at $700 million.
Wow.
Which is a hard amount to wrap your brain around.
Almost $1 billion, like overnight, somebody could win. That is crazy town. I know it won't be me. No matter if I bought 292 million tickets, which I think is what the odds are, 1 in 292 million, it wouldn't matter. There's no way God will ever let me win the lottery. Even though I've promised to help all the members of the show retire instantly. But that won't happen.
In case you're curious what that would buy, if you won, you'd be able to buy 32 ultimate luxury penthouses in New York at $21 million each.
See, that seems like a small number. Like, you could buy 32 places to live. Like, that's a lot of money.
You and 31 friends?
Yeah,
Do you have 31 friends?
No, but still, like think about it. That's only 31 houses, and that would take all your money of your $700 million.
Really nice houses in New York, though. A different way to break it down, you could finance your own Star Wars movie at $200 million, and then still have enough money left over for 950 round-trip trips to Mars.
Oh, real Mars.
To real Mars.
Wow, that's awesome. Like,
yeah.
That's a good use of the money.
Well, there you go. Do that instead of the penthouses.
Fantastic.
With no one claiming it yet, though, you technically still have a shot at winning.
Nobody won last night, so they're going to do it again on Saturday. It was originally reported that Miss Columbia had won the jackpot, but that's
She's had a really tough month. All right, that is your news. Thank you, Miss Becca. Hey, it's the Wally Show. Who's this?
Sharon.
What's up, Sharon?
I just wanted to comment on the lottery. I would say boo on the 31 houses you could buy in New York. Who needs it?
And I'm just surprised it's that small of a number. That tells you what real estate goes for in New York and how expensive that is. If that would eat up your $700 million, that is a crazy amount of money.
If you spent $1 a second, how long do you think it would take you to spend $700 million?
Oh, that's good. I love these things. It's probably some astronomical thing like 30 years or something. So how long would it take to spend that whole $700 million at $1 a second?
22 years.
22 years,
yeah.
$1 a second.
Yeah.
But that doesn't sound like a lot of money now. This is the Wally Show, and there are people that are just built for social interaction, and then other people that it's an art that is kind of lost on them, and some people I don't even think that it's intentional. They're just not good socially, and it just happens, and you can inadvertently do things that creep people out socially. And you might not even be meaning to. I had come across a list of some of these things, but I'm curious what you, Becca, Betty, and Zach find creepy from people socially in interacting with them. What do you think, Becca?
This is something I've been guilty of. and that's smiling at other people's kids.
Oh, yes.
And it's like you're in a restaurant and this kid's being cute and you're just like, oh, it's such a cute kid. And I think I get by with it more as a woman.
Yes,
but
100%.
If I had kids and a strange man was smiling at them, I would feel a little uneasy.
It's tough because I actually like kids, and when they're smiling or playing at a restaurant, it's fun to like poke your head up over the booth or whatever and stuff. And I've gotten, the older I've gotten way more conscientious of that, and I actually won't do that a lot. I'll kind of give them a little smile like, hey.
But there's a certain point where you'll age and it'll be okay again.
Yes.
It's like when grandparents do it, have at it.
Yeah.
Love babies.
Yeah, I'm getting close to that.
Yes,
I think.
you are.
So
You'll
that's
be
good.
fine.
Yeah, there's an upside to getting older, I guess. I could probably do it next week. Betty Rock, what creeps you out with people?
I would say it kind of, there's some people that are very touchy-feely.
Yes.
And like they give them massages and stuff when you're just standing there and you're like, that's creepy. Please stop.
Especially someone you kind of don't know very well. Or like it's that person that you've just kind of met, like maybe at church, and they come up like they grab your shoulders and squeeze them like, hey, how you doing, Betty Rock? Yeah, that actually made the list actually. Number 2 on the list.
Wow.
I'm surprised more people don't say keep going. That's a free massage.
No.
Yeah, but by a creepy person.
It's free.
Yeah, exactly. I like your bar that you set low on that one.
Was Becca's on the list?
No, Becca's did not make the list. But yours was number 2. What about you, Zach?
I'm going to go with, outside of the context of a real relationship, like asking really deep personal questions.
Oh.
Or highly personal questions.
That's interesting. You actually made the list. Number 5. Number 5. Asking people personal details about someone's family and like just getting all in their business. I have kind of a problem with that. Not I don't get too deep, but one of the things I do for a living is I ask people questions about their lives. And if you truly want to interact with somebody, one of the good skills is to not just talk about yourself, it's to talk about them and ask questions about them. But you've got to find that level at which you go, hey, so what's your blood type? That's kind of where you got to draw the line. So no one hit the number 1 in the room yet. I'm kind of surprised. Let's do this. I'll throw it to you, 877-91-WALLY. If you can come up with the number 1 thing from this list that creeps people out in public and in social situations with people, we'll give you a prize. Let's see if you can do this. 877-91-WALLY is the number if you want to take a crack at it. This is the Wally Show, and we came across this list of things that people do that come off creepy in a social situation, and we all had ours, and no one hit the number 1 thing on this list, so I'm curious if you can come up with that there, Cynthia. So what do you think?
I get creeped out when someone asks where I live, like my physical address.
Oh, okay, yeah, if they ask for your physical address, but I could see asking people kind of what area you live in.
Yeah, that's one of my go-to questions just to fill the awkwardness. Like,
yeah.
But just like what part of town? Yeah,
because like if you're going to church and like so you all live in the same vicinity, it's like, I live off of Duplex and whatever. I'm not telling people. Okay, Duplex is not even a real road near my house. Nuts! You're right, that is creepy, but that did not make the list, believe it or not.
I had another one. Can I say another one?
Yes, but only if you tell me where you live. This is the Wally Show, and people can do weird things socially that will make other people uncomfortable, so much so that they've actually studied it, and we came across this list of some of those things that people do, and we're looking for the number 1 thing on this list. So, Lisa, what do you think is something that people do that's creepy socially?
When they get in my space, when they get too close to me to talk to me, it makes me very unnerved.
Oh, yeah, that personal bubble that you have that people don't realize exists.
Yes, I had someone, I kept backing up and they kept getting closer and I kept backing up and...
Eventually, even if you're at a ledge, you jump. Like, you're just like, okay, I'm just taking one for the team here. That came in at number 6, not the number 1, but you at least did make the list.
Okay.
This is the Wally Show. Now, Linda, what do you think was the number 1 answer on this list of things that people do that are creepy in a social situation?
I think people that stare at you.
Oh, like they just watch you for a while before coming up and saying hello or something like that?
Yeah.
That actually is extremely creepy, so much so that it is the number 1 answer.
Woohoo!
I have found myself doing that in public sometimes. Like, if my wife is shopping, like, I don't like to shop a lot. It's like, so I've turned into, like, the old man that will sit on the couch in the middle of the mall, and I just kind of people watch. But I have found myself, like, just kind of staring, and then you're like, you, like, blank out, and you're like, oh, my gosh, how long have I been staring at this person?
The worst is when you accidentally catch the same person's eye more than once, and you're like, oh, my, they think I'm staring at them.
Yes, I've had that happen, and then you finally just have to leave.
Yep.
Do you know what we call that at the mall when all the old guys are sitting there watching everybody go by?
I don't think I want to know.
It's called the geezer gauntlet.
There it is. Thank you very much.
And you're a part of it.
Yay! It's good to be part of something. Get my Velcro shoes, do a couple laps in the morning at the old mall walker routine there. Oh, well, congratulations, girl. You actually figured out the creepiest thing on this list, and you are the winner today.
Woohoo! Thank you.
These are the least important stories out of Hollywood, but nonetheless entertaining. It's the least of these.
And Betty Rock is going to break it down for you. What you got today?
I love when Jimmy Fallon shares tweets, and last night was worst first date tweets.
This first one's from @JessieB365. My date took me to a nice restaurant. Our server leaned into me and said, "You're the third one this week." This one's from @Southpaw77. I once had a date tell me I looked sturdy. This last one is from @Venturally. He said, after paying the bill, my friend turned to his date and told her, "You ate more than I predicted."
Believe that anyone would say that.
You know what? Guys are dumb. Like, I could see him trying to be funny or something and doing that. Like, the one would about, like, oh, you're the third this week would be funny to do if you're a waiter. Just because, even if it's not true. Yeah.
They're like, it's our 20-year anniversary.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Awkward.
A 15-year-old auditioned for American Idol last night, and her whole family was there to support her, except for her mom, since she was in the military.
Oh, good. Thanks for finishing that. Kind of like, what a horrible mother.
No, she was in the military. Her name is Tristan, but she didn't know that her mom was about to surprise her.
I think you made your mom so proud today. I can't wait till she sees this.
For Tristan, she wouldn't miss it.
Oh, she
I love Soldier Homecoming videos. I don't ever get sick of those.
No, but the thing is there was no news on whether or not she made it or not. Like,
oh, really?
So how awkward would that be if they were like, here's your mom, and you didn't make it to Hollywood?
Your mom is not holding your golden ticket, but there you go.
Right. Celebrities have a tendency to choose unusual names for their children. So a recent poll was taken, polling over 1,000 people which celebrity baby names were the best of 2015.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, at number one, it was Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. For Prince William and Duchess Catherine's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good classic name.
I guess I've already forgotten. Like, it's regal, but like I've already forgotten. What is it again?
Charlotte Elizabeth Diana.
Yeah, a little pretentious.
I think it's sweet. Yeah. And Carrie Underwood also came in with her son Isaiah Michael.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Now, some of the worst were Kim Kardashian's son, Saint West.
Yep. Yeah, that one is ridiculous. I thought Northwest was funny. Like, I actually couldn't believe that was actually going to be a thing. And I actually think that one's good. But Saint West, no thank you.
Ashley Simpson's daughter, Jagger Snow.
Boy, Jagger's one of those names. Like, I know some people that named their kid Jagger. And I'm like... It's one of those names, it's like a rock star name, obviously, and that kid's either going to be wildly successful or made fun of. I think that's kind of a hipster cool name.
I don't know. And Zooey Deschanel's daughter, she named her Elsie Otter.
Oh.
I was like, Elsie's not...
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah,
okay.
Elsie, not a problem.
I want to know the reason behind that.
Yeah, like that sounds like
Why Otter?
That sounds almost like a Native American name type thing, like Running Bear Otter or something like that.
Maybe it's a maiden name from her great-great-grandmother. I don't know.
Or she liked Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Best Christmas movie ever that no one had seen. But you should check it out next year.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Look it up. Google it. It's fantastic. All right, well, that's going to do it for our Least of These today. Thank you, Miss Rock. This is the Wally Show, and we have a little game we like to play on the show called Either, Neither, Both. And this is where we all come in with the question for two members of the show, and you have to figure out if either one of them will say yes to this question, if neither one will say yes, or if they both will say yes. And the questions can be, just about anything. So you're going to have to guess based on what you know about the members of the show. So has everybody got your questions down?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I mean, because at the end of the day, for the next day, we'll usually text each other and let everybody know what we're doing. Becca was gone the other day, and so we came in to do a break, and I'm like, okay, you guys got your thing? And they're like, what? I'm like, I texted you guys. And then I look back at my text. I never sent it. And so that's why, Becca, you are the texter. And so...
But I got a text, though.
But of this I did. But the thing when you were gone...
Did you actually look at your phone? You didn't believe Betty and I when we said we have no idea what you're talking about?
No. I believed you, but I wanted to see if I had typed it and not hit send. Because I do that every once in a while. Like, I'll be typing something and then I'll get distracted. Or I'll think I hit send and it doesn't send. Have you done that? Has anybody done that?
You know what's funny is there was one time I did do that for the group text and I didn't get a text sent out, and you never let me forget about it. But when you do it,
it's totally different.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was busy.
Totally fine.
Yeah, I was working on
No
other
big deal.
things, working on levels you can't even understand. But don't ever let that happen again. All right, if you want to play the game right now, 877-91-WALLY is the number. We'll play a little either, neither, both. This is the Wally Show. We're going to play either, neither, both, where we have a yes or no question that we ask of each other on the show. And Kara, your job is to tell us if either person will say yes, if neither person will say yes, or if both will answer yes to this question. Okay, are you good?
Okay, I'll try.
Here we go. We're going to start with Becca first. What is your question and who is it for?
My question is for Zach and Betty, because I know how Wally would answer this and anyone would be able to guess. Have you ever cheated on a test?
Oh, never.
You totally have.
Okay, I have.
Yeah, so
All
for
right.
Betty and Zach, have you ever cheated on a test? This is hard
I love that
because...
you have such a low opinion of me. They're like, oh, everyone will get that. Okay, so have you ever cheated on a test? Betty, by the way, is in Colorado Christian University. If she does answer yes, I want to know if it's at CCU. Because as a teacher there, I would be honor-bound to turn her in. All right, so either, neither, both. What do you think here, Kara? How are they going to answer?
I'm thinking either.
Either. So one of them has cheated. All right,
Yeah.
Here we go. Zach, have you cheated on a test?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember. There was an incident in 8th grade where the teacher left the room and someone went to the front and found the key to the quiz we were taking and read the answers out loud. And I did change some of my answers to that. That was a quiz, and you couldn't help that.
Oh, you couldn't help that? That's a gray area there. That's a gray
Oh, you
area.
decided that. I don't know.
That kind of sounds like cheating to me if you change an answer.
I was just sitting there. I did nothing on purpose.
They said change your answers.
Yeah, okay. Betty Rock?
Mine's a gray area, too. Because my Spanish teacher didn't have an inside voice. She spoke loudly. And so when a student would raise their hand to ask, I don't understand this question, she would say, okay, I'm going to give you the answer, but don't tell anyone. But she spoke so loud that all of us could hear it. So really, technically, it's not my fault.
Yeah, yours is less egregious than Zach's. They are very similar, but yours seems less than his, because he admitted he changed his answers. So
I was on the fence on that, the answer anyway.
All right, well, you said either. I'm going to give that one to you, Karen. Zach definitely is a cheater. Nicely done. So you get 1 point there. Congratulations. All right.
Thank you.
Here we go. We're going to go with my question next. This is for Becca and Zach. You have seen the new Star Wars movie more than once. You've seen the new Star Wars movie more than once. What do you think, Kara? Either, neither, both?
Either again.
Either. So one of them has seen it more than once. Let's start with you, Becca.
I have not.
No,
I wish.
you're a big Star Wars
I'm a huge
fan.
Star Wars fan. I know. I can't believe it.
That surprises me. Zach?
I have seen it 0 times.
What? You're the person.
I'm the one guy who has not seen it yet.
You're the one we've heard about.
Well, just so you know, in the end of the movie, the big scene that you don't see coming is
Thank
when...
you. La, 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 la,
Well, congrats. Wow, no point there. Okay, so that was a neither, surprisingly. So no point there. All right, we got 2 more questions. We'll see if you can win this thing in 15 minutes, Kara. This is the Wally Show. We're doing either, neither, both with Kara, and we have 2 more questions to go. We have Zach's question, and I believe Betty Rock's. So all you have to do, Kara, is guess whether either person will answer yes, neither person will answer yes, or they both will. So, Zach, let's go with your question.
All right, this question is for Betty and Becca.
Okay.
You're going to have to think back a little bit. This past year, did you get a Christmas card from Wally and his family?
Oh, very good question. Okay. What do you think? Did either, neither, or both get a Christmas card?
I'll say both.
Both. Okay. That would be a really good guess.
I'm so nervous now because I know that you always send Christmas cards out, but I didn't get one.
You did not get one?
I did not get one.
I didn't get one either.
No, you did not.
What?
Are you kidding?
So we're okay.
Really? Neither one of you got Christmas cards?
No.
My wife is going to be mortified.
I was at my sister's house, and she had a Christmas card from you up on her wall, and we didn't get one.
Oh my gosh, you didn't either?
No.
What?
Oh my gosh.
You forgot it?
But your sister did. Thank goodness your sister got one.
See every day.
Your sister that I see once every 6 months.
Exactly.
Good. It's the people that are most important to us.
Well, I feel better knowing you guys didn't get one.
Wow, Marty must have really failed it because she went late on the Christmas card, and I'm wondering if she was thinking I was going to bring them in. Oh, Lord,
She
please.
put them in your bag
Please
to
don't
give
be
to
in my
us.
bag, and it was my fault. This could be the worst question we've ever had on the game. Oh, my goodness. All right, so you said either, but that is not correct. You got to get one more right. We're down to Betty Rock's question here, Kara, on either, neither, both.
Mine is for Wally and Becca.
Okay.
Have you ever lost or didn't return a library book?
What do you think, Kara? Either, neither, or both? What's a book, first of all?
Yeah, we know Wally's.
So what do you think, Kara?
Either.
Either. So one of us has. All right, Becca, have you either lost or never returned a library book?
No.
Really?
I have not. And I remember just always feeling so guilty when I had to pay my nickel late fee, but I've always been perfect when it comes to library books.
Unbelievable. This might surprise you. I have lost a library book. I have been to the library, and it was the Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, wow.
I still remember that book. It was in elementary school, and I lost that book, and I ended up having to pay for it, and I couldn't believe it because I didn't want to read it in the first place, but we had to, and then I lost it. My mom was upset with me that we had to pay for the book. So congratulations, Kara. You pulled it out there at the end, and you went either, neither, both.
Thank you so much.
This is the Wally Show, and science seems to figure out that they have found what the ideal male and female face should consist of based on some studies and what people think is attractive commonly. Weird, it's not a round-faced, slightly balding man. So Zach and me out of the picture. They said that for a man... Well, first of all, Betty Rock, describe to me your ideal man. What's he look like?
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Okay, like be a little more specific.
A little bit of scruff.
Okay.
Not clean shaven.
Okay.
Tall.
Okay.
He doesn't have to be muscular.
No, you just described Becca's husband, Joey.
You did?
Yeah, not very muscular, little scruff.
He's strong, though.
Okay, so what science figured out is that the man has to have dark hair. So right there, you're in the pocket. A hint of stubble, so not a ton. And kind of looks like a younger Dylan McDermott. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's an actor. That's what
Dylan
that's what they
McDermott, really?
said. Yeah, that's what they said. Like
Who is he?
A real chiseled jawline. I think he was on one of those lawyer shows. You'd know him if you saw him. But basically, that 5 o'clock shadow, chiseled jawline kind of look. Yeah, pretty boy kind of thing.
No, not pretty boy.
Well, that's what science is saying.
He's not wearing flannel. Flannel would help.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you're more of the gruffy guy. Zach, what do you think is the perfect male face? I'm just curious, as a guy.
No,
Who do you look at and you go, okay, like
Rob Lowe.
Wow, that was A, trap, and B, you answered way too quickly.
Fast. Way too fast.
I mean, Rob Lowe.
Interesting, because I was going to, wow.
He had that queued up.
Yeah, he did. That was bizarre.
I knew it was coming. You were going to put me in that spot.
Really? No, because
And
I
you just couldn't wait.
Literally just hit me now. So I was thinking that it might be a Bradley Cooper. I think that would be like
He has
what
such
women.
a funny nose, though, doesn't he?
Well,
Am I the only one?
Owen Wilson has a worse nose than Bradley Cooper.
Yes. Okay, you thought of one guy that has a worse nose than Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bradley Cooper's is a little sideways because I think he got. Why are we having this conversation?
I was going to say, I feel like as as women, we don't analyze
Yeah.
noses
No.
like you guys
You
are.
guys should have jumped in at any point in
No.
time there to help save this.
This
you
is fun to
two.
watch.
Yeah, no. Okay, we're done with this. All right, well, I think today was successful. We learned a lot about everyone on the show with either, neither, both, and with Zach having this weird fascination
I'm
with
not.
Rob
I just
Lowe.
recognized that he has a very symmetrical and classically beautiful
Zach,
face.
Zach, don't worry. Do not worry. Just bring up Jimmy Fallon and Wally will
he'll
get all
start blushing.
giggly.
That little mop top is just so adorable. No, I like it. So that's one of those weird things that guys never will cop to the fact that like some other guy is good looking. It's just not how we're wired. Like except for Zach, like you can't like do that. But girls all the time are like, oh, she's so beautiful. You and I were having a conversation the other day about somebody and
About The Bachelor? Was it The Bachelor?
yes, and it was about Lace, the crazy girl, and you just
Really pretty.
You were like, she is just
She
beautiful.
is gorgeous, but not on the inside.
No. That
I'm
her
creepy and
her
scary.
inside is makes. I'm curious if this happens for you though. Can you see somebody that is nasty like as a person and it affects how you see their outside beauty?
Oh, totally.
yeah.
She stepped out of the limo. I'm like, oh, she's pretty. And then she opens her mouth and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and it definitely makes them like less attractive based on how their inner beauty is. It's not to sound too like touchy-feely or whatever, but I think that has a benefit, which is great for people like Zach and myself who are just filled with so much inner beauty. It might actually make us look better, you know? Yeah.
You know who else is beautiful on the inside?
Who?
Rob Lowe.
Yes. he got the best of both worlds. He got beautiful on the inside and outside.
He is literally the best human on the planet.
Yes. All right, that is going to do it for the podcast today. And as always, thanks for being a potty.